My name's Nick Plant. I'm a Chartered Surveyor, Director of SPA Chartered Surveyors in Walsall. We're at the Village Hotel with the Griffin King annual conference, Insolvency. The content provided was Tim Caulfield giving a talk on insolvency practitioners, LPA receivers, fixed charge receivers, which we found quite relevant because as Chartered Surveyors it relates to some of the things that we've come across in our own business. So both myself and my business partner were eager to listen to some of what Tim had to say. My connection to Griffin King, I've known Tim and his team for probably 6-7 years now. We're both Walsall Town Centre located businesses. We're both keen to promote Walsall business. You know, what goes on in Walsall should be done by Walsall people. But also we're both within the same business sphere, so commercial property consultants, which we are. Tim deals with a lot of commercial property through his insolvency practicing. Tim's very good. I'm friends with Tim as well. We both support Wolverhampton Wanderers, for better or for worse. Both of us will offer free advice where we ask. Tim rings me for off-the-cuff advice. I ring him for off-the-cuff professional advice. And we have quite a nice working and business relationship. I would recommend a day like today to other firms of surveyors, accountants, solicitors who deal with, from my point of view, property, because whilst these kind of things don't come up too often, what you tend to learn you can put into practical sense and actually relate it to what's happening with the files on your desks and hopefully deal with things a bit more professionally with your clients.
Okay, my name's Kathleen Stone. The company I own is HBFS Equity Release Limited, and we advise clients over the age of 55 on how potentially they could raise funds out of the property that they live in. Okay, today I've attended the Griffin King seminar with a view that I was invited along just to learn more about what Griffin King do as a company, but also with a view of finding out information on marketing, which Charlie Dustin has done today. Okay, well obviously Griffin King are insolvency practitioners, and they've given us a case study really of a family business that was run whereby they've given useful information and feedback and helped that company. Following that, Charlie's obviously done his marketing scenario and given some free advice on how best to use marketing material and how to get lead generation in. Okay, my connection is I attended a seminar with Griffin King several years ago, found it really useful in respect of, because of the clients I see, although they may be over 55, 60, some of my clients may actually deal with debt management and therefore may need debt management advice. Equity release isn't always the best advice for them to go down, so having somebody like Griffin King to refer either businesses to or personal clients to just helps me in respect of helping my clients. Okay, in respect of recommending this type of event, I would say all business owners, because I think it gives a practical advice on if you as a business get into difficulty. I think also from solicitors and accountants' point of view, you've got business clients who may need financial help before they get into difficulty, and therefore Griffin King can help them in the future. In respect of my own clients, as I said before, some of my clients may be retired but have debt issues. They may have businesses or clients who have business, so therefore business owners generally need to come here and just get best advice really. Okay, I'm not the best networker in respect of coming out to these events. However, with the information that Griffin King give to us as individuals, it gives us a chance to open network with people, catch up with people that we may not have been in business or seen for a while, and just generally it is good. And the fact that they have so many attendees that attend, you know, a chance of networking with over 100 businesses here today, so excellent time.
My name's Ray White. I'm the Finance and Casework Manager at Walsall Citizens Advice Bureau. Well, at the Village Hotel today, Griffin King have run a small seminar talking about corporate insolvency and liquidation of business. Well, for me personally, I deal with personal insolvency and have done for many, many years. We've built a very good working relationship with Griffin King. So we assist clients with personal debt, Today we've been talking about business debt, limited companies and liquidation of those businesses. From my perspective, as an agency working closely with them, it's useful for me because I now know where to refer people to and the kind of issues that Griffin & King are faced with when dealing with company liquidation. It's an area I've not touched on, certainly for many, many years. It's a bit of a refresher for me, and it's good for me to be able to see Tim sell what they do to the people in the room. I'm always up for a free bit of nosh. You can't get away from a nice lunch, can you? That's part and parcel of it. It's nice to see people in the room today that I've seen, many, many years ago. I've met solicitors I've not come into contact with for sort of 10, 15 years. So just to touch base with them and find out what they're doing and why they're here today is helpful. I've made contacts today in relation to family lawyers, people who deal with litigation, who I might be able to refer our clients to in the future. I think anybody who's dealing with clients who've got financial problems should come along and hear what Griffin & King, as an insolvency practitioner, does. As Tim Caulfield said during his sort of briefing to us all, the worst thing people can do is bury their heads in the sand and leave it and leave it and leave it, because at the end of the day, they can lose their business as a consequence. Quite often with personal debt clients, they're in the same situation. They only come to you at the last minute, and sometimes it's all too late and you can't do a great deal for them. It's far better if people come earlier. You've then got a chance of saving their business. Perhaps not just their business, it could be their home, because they may have their home secured against their business borrowing. So my advice is, don't leave it too late. Pick that phone up and make that initial contact. It may be very hard to do that, but that first step is often the building brick for the future.
Hi, my name's John Stiliano. My business is Actual People Development, which is a training and development consultancy, and I'm based in Sutton Coldfield. We're at the Village Hotel for Griffin & King's annual presentation, which is really interesting every year. Tim does a great job talking about some of his projects that he works on, and we usually have another really good speaker as well. Tim talked to us about the different sorts of insolvency, talked about a particular project that he worked on, and the difficulties that an IP or an insolvency practitioner has, and all the risks that they have to take that perhaps we're oblivious to. Yep. Great venue, food was lovely, loads of people here, which is obviously great if you're a networker, looking to meet different people from different spheres of business. Yeah, I think the obvious people, particularly for people like Tim, are accountants, lawyers, professionals. I suppose you would wrap it up around that banner, I suppose. Yeah. So I would recommend it to any accountant or lawyer who who wanted to come to such an event.